Good evening, everyone. So CNN's Brian Stelter says his friends in L.A. told him that 99.9% of the city is just fine. Coincidentally, 99.9% is also his body fat.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Apparently, LA's burning again, and instead of restoring order, the left is throwing gasoline on the flames. ICE agents are under attack, rioters are waving Mexican flags, and Democrats, they're siding with the mobs, not the victims. And Gutfeld, he just nuked the entire narrative on live TV. Wait till you see this one.
In L.A., rioters held up Mexican flags to protest people being deported to Mexico. That's like holding up a pride flag to protest being deported to John Travolta's ass. Makes no sense. California Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass denounced the federal immigration raids. So now they don't want California to have ice or water. Hold your applause. According to ICE, the migrants arrested in L.A. included convicted sex offenders and drug dealers. Wow, no wonder so many people called in sick at Nickelodeon.
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
The left is nuts. Convicted sex offenders and drug dealers are arrested, and the left is upset ICE stepped in? Protecting predators isn't compassion, it's betrayal. It's insane.
When Maxine Waters tried to enter an ICE detention center, she had the door slammed in her face. The same thing happened when she tried to enter Supercuts.
That's great. Maxine Waters got a taste of border security at Supercuts. Guess this is why she's against having a border wall.
Just mail your hair in, lady. Kamala Harris said the Los Angeles protests were overwhelmingly peaceful, just like her water is overwhelmingly vodka. Over the weekend, a cow tried to escape an auction by roaming into the crowd. Wow, containing animals that size? I don't know how ABC does it. Every time, you bastards. Yale researchers used a new therapy to successfully revive dead brain cells. Doctors say it could be an effective treatment for people who accidentally left their TVs on in the morning. Oh, stop it! And finally, some male Ozempic users are claiming that the drug makes their penises up to 1.5 inches longer. Wow, that'll double the size, says one man. He doesn't watch, so. So Los Angeles is on fire again. It's like deja vu, the French words for Newsom sucks. So while ICE was out investigating a criminal conspiracy, rioters assumed it was an immigration raid and swarmed and assaulted the feds. And no surprise, the state's leadership spent 2 days giving the rioters more support than Pelosi's underwire. Yeah. Now, as usual with the leftist brats, the right had to ride to the rescue of law-abiding citizens who had the audacity to not want their homes and businesses burned to the ground. So Trump sent in the National Guard, upsetting Karen Bass, who was busy searching Expedia for cheap flights to Ghana. Hell, she already helped the cause and caused plenty of violence and destruction herself by holding back the LAPD. Like the LA fires, she just let it spread. And so federal law enforcement got less protection than your average human trafficker. Maybe if ICE identified as Maryland dads, Democrats would form a human shield around him. Now, this being LA, where bad leadership is as common as butt implants, everyone had a role to play in this show. Newsom showed his statesmanship by tweeting frantically about Trump. For Newsom, this wasn't violent chaos. It was a campaign ad. I'm Gavin Newsom, and I approve this riot.
Hey, I'm Governor Gavin Newsom. I want to encourage you to visit beautiful California. Whether it's our bustling cities, great outdoors, or famously toasty climate. We got something for everyone. I'll see you soon. And don't forget, bring your sunglasses. It's hot out there.
That's clear. These riots are more orchestrated than the Boston Pops. For some reason, there's always activist organizers and foot soldiers ready to riot. Their signs and banners are so quickly produced. Gaza, BLM, Tesla, ICE, it's what leftist NGOs are happy to fund. The goal, to recalibrate risk. Obviously, getting thousands of violent offenders out of the country reduces your risk from crime, unless that process creates a counteroffensive that puts you at greater risk. It's extortion. You see the mob that might come for you and decide instead that law and order isn't worth the trouble. Remember the 2020 Summer of Love? Those BLM riots caused dozens in deaths and billions in damage. So calling that love is like saying Sean Diddy Combs likes to moisturize. And this hilarious video could be the dumbest moment in media history.
I want to be clear in how I characterize this. This is mostly a protest. It is not, generally speaking, unruly, but fires have been started.
Gavin Newsom didn't fail to stop the riots. He sponsored them. This wasn't incompetence. It was a campaign strategy. Burn the city, blame Trump, get donations.
I said that was the dumbest, but now we have contenders. I wonder, Spartacus, do we see peaceful protests launching in Los Angeles?
We see peaceful protests launching in Los Angeles. These peaceful protests are being generated because the President of the United States is sowing chaos and confusion.
We are having an administration that's targeting peaceful protests.
There have been no violence where anybody that was protesting hit anybody, shot anybody, threatened anybody. Nothing has happened.
What did happen in 1992 was so different from what we're seeing now. I mean, that was a real riot.
So this isn't a real riot. I mean, you got some looting, law enforcement being attacked, mass chaos by unruly mobs. This is more of a riot than when I did that book signing in a tank top.
Every time the left burns down a city, their media mouthpiece shout, "It's mostly peaceful." Then they roll tape while flames explode in the background like a war zone. You're not crazy, they're lying. Let me get this straight. ICE arrests sex offenders, Democrats riot, Trump defends law-abiding citizens, they call him a fascist. If this is the America they want, then the rest of us better fight like hell to stop it.
They called trespassing the Capitol an insurrection, but when liberals set a city on fire, suddenly they become Stevie Wonder. And I don't mean talented. So why do Californians put up with this? It's the beachfront restaurant theory, which is if you want to find the worst food in town, go to the beachfront. Because you go for the view and not the food. So who needs a decent chef? That's California. People come for the view, and the inept leaders do whatever the they want. Hell, now they're releasing lifers from prison. Under a new proposal, even inmates sentenced to life without parole, the worst of the worst, could now be freed if they did the crime before age 26. Because nothing says justice like telling a victim's family, hey, remember that guy who murdered your mom? We're giving him back because he was just 25 and only needed a hug. Remember, California won't use the death penalty. So these creeps are truly the baddest of the bad. This is the state that let Charles Manson run out the clock for 50 years. And he still never replied to Taylor Lorenz's postcards. You don't know her. So this is California in 2025. It's no longer a debate between right and left. It's a war between common sense and insanity. It's turned the California dream into a nightmare, one they can't wait to share with the rest of America. But thank God it's mostly peaceful. Can you imagine if it wasn't?
California's new slogan: come for the beaches, stay for the looting, don't forget your Molotov cocktail and sunscreen. Let's be real. The leadership in California is anti-American to the core. As long as it keeps them in power, they will gladly support illegal immigration, burned cities, and lawless chaos. And sadly, most citizens can't do a damn thing about it because the system is rigged to keep them silent. If you value unfiltered commentary that exposes the lunacy of the left and tells the truth they're trying to hide, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and help us push back with common sense and courage.